level 1 magic.
It happened last night. Let's see if we can curse him again, right? Okay, and we're off.
Like,
and
really bad stuff.
Kaiten's going to check white magic first. I see Fog 2, super helpful to up your armor, and we'll probably see our runners pick that up. And on the black magic side, we've got Ice 3, Ice 2, and Confuse, when we actually saw Confuse used yesterday.
When it's your only option, you got to do something, right?
One of yesterday's seeds, there was no AoE magic available, and so the runners had to buy Confuse and then confuse Garland into hitting himself until he died. It was pretty awesome.
And Kaiten did not buy a Ice 3 for his red mage, just for the black mage.
jkoper sprinting straight for the Temple of Fiends. He saved, and in he goes. He's going to check the chest first, so we're going to get our first peek. Chat, where do you want the TNT to be this evening? Go ahead and start spamming your answers, and we'll see who's right.
I actually like this strat by jkoper. You run up, you have a what happened?
Something, yeah. The white mage down.
Rip white mage. What just happened?
Oh wow!
And
okay,
the crown.
We've got an early crown seed, so the TNT is going to play hard to get. So while you're thinking about where the TNT is, chat, you might want to revise your predictions at this point.
Was that Death Touch Ghoul? That's awful.
If that was truly a Death Touch Ghoul and these runners have to go to Marsh Cave, that's just going to be awful.
Marsh Cave's awful. The Earth Cave's awful. Ice Cave's terrible. Like, these guys are not happy.
Meanwhile, take note of what kaiten619 is doing over on the right-hand side. He took a peek in the armor, and available in Caneria tonight is both the gold bracelet and the pro ring. And so we might see our runners run back to this armor shop at some point to pick those items up. They can be super helpful in a run like this.
Oof. jkoper taking down young Garland. But what happened to his party?
Wow, he got rocked a little bit doing it.
jkoper gonna pick up the Bridge of Nasir and a musical instrument.
kaiten619 about to enjoy the Death Touch Ghouls in the Temple of Fiends. jkoper is opened up a touch of a lead here. He's going to go ahead and do a little bit more shopping, and then he'll make his run for the Bridge of Text. Kaiten's taking it a little more conservatively. He did a couple of battles right at the beginning to build up his gold reserves, bought some goodies, and we'll see what he runs into now.
I think as a runner, you want to find out that the ghoul has Death Touch, because if he goes into something later and gets mauled, he's sad. He's going to be sad.
jkoper picking up Fog 2. Again, Fog 2 will help increase your armor. It's an AoE spell. It'll hit your entire party. Really helpful, especially later in the game if you're a little bit underleveled. It's one of those spells you can pull out to try to help get your party through some nastier boss encounters. And not only that, really, I have used Fog 2 in nasty encounters in places like the volcano or something. If you're super low level in there, and you're getting rocked for a lot of damage, you can drop Fog 2 to just go ahead and work your way through some encounters so you can get some levels.
Yep, and for the very, very cheap price of 99,860 gold, you can get the best gauntlet and bracer for your mages.
Maybe there will be a sale later.
I'm going, please, can I have all the gold bracelets and pro rings in the early part of the game?
Yeah, right. jkoper makes it to the bridge of text. We will see with the crown whether or not he wants to chance running up to Matoya to see what she has in her 3 chests up in her cave. He says no, he's going to run right by, and he's moving on over to Provoca.
So, good lord. Wow, that's trolly as heck.
Yep, exactly. That's
Who
the
rolled this?
that's
Who
the
rolled
shuffled
this?
RNG.
I thought he had a long one when he went to like halfway through TOF, but that one right there, from Cornelia to Provoca, no encounters, the dream.
So Cure 3 and Life available in Provoca, and so those are instant pickups for any runner. And now he's going to go ahead and do his dance with the pirates. Pirates can't have any spells in this version, but they certainly could in round 3, and that's where all bets are off, when you suddenly have an encounter with 9 pirates that cast Blaze or something horrible like that.
And they can't have Death Touch this time either, which is no good. We're going to see what Matoya is hiding in her cave. 10 gold!
Woohoo! 10 gold!
Yes.
Look out, everyone.
Bye.
So
That
Kaiten
no
resets
good.
right out and says no thank you. He will leave Matoya with her 10 gold. Don't believe we got a peek in what's in the black magic shop in Provoca, so hopefully we'll do that in a minute. Not a whole lot available in the armor shop. jkoper's going to pick up, it looked like a copper bracelet there. Copper bracelets offer a nominal amount of protection at 4 absorb, and so it's better than nothing, but really you'd be happier if you found silver at this point, although it's more expensive.
Yeah, in these earlier seeds, when there's no, they're not going to see any crazy spells or anything, not buying armor is not an awful thing, but you're definitely looking for at least silver at this point, or chainmail for your red mages and fighters. Fire
Right.
3, Zap, Lit 2, and something.
That was Saber, I think, down there, and so Saber's not terribly interesting, but I think Fire 3 is an instant pickup, and if you've got that, you probably don't need to pick up Zap as well.
Saber's only good if you have a ninja. Alright, we got a 740 boat for Kaiten. Omicron X, the white mage, is the forced party member in this race.
So ship picked up on both sides. jkoper's going to do a little bit of armoring, and he will be saving and leaving shortly. Kaiten has picked up a little bit of time here, because he's done some of his shopping as well already. Still looking for the bottle. We've been in 2 spots now and have not seen the bottle yet.
Yep, and we know Kaiten is not going to go. jkoper's just trolling us, not going to Matoya's cave. I guess that's not a bad. I mean, what if the TNT's in there, jkoper, and then you go and look through all these chests? I wonder what's his reasoning behind this.
He might also be playing the odds and going to where he knows that the chests are, and just routing in that direction.
We haven't seen our friend the big googly eyeball monsters yet.
Yep, I'm rooting for Trance. That's what I want to see. I want to see Trance Odd Eyes here.
Trance max strength rolled Sahags.
Deferret 60, the forced party member this evening is a white mage, and so both of our players had to run at least one of them. Under our 3rd town of the game, Elfland has level 3 and level 4 spells available, as well as another armor, bottle shop, item shop, weapon shop, so on and so forth. kaiten619, meanwhile, he's going to go sail over to see what the dwarves have early here.
Hoping for something good.
Bit of a route divergence here. jkoper has skipped both Matoya and the Dwarf Cave at this point. And he's banking on going over to Astos and trading in his crown here.
Well, if you do the crown first, you have to go to Matoya's cave, and you have to go to the Dwarf Cave anyway. So he's just banking on if Kaiten finds the TNT first, he's going to be a little bit ahead. But in all honesty, it's not that big of a time loss.
So we'll see whether or not Kaiten, his trip over to the Dwarf Cave pays off here.
All right, let's see what kind of
Sun Sword is a nice to see. So a Sun Sword in the Pro Ring's good, and jkoper will get those eventually. But Kaiten will probably be happy to see both of those.
Astos, you're letting us down. Fire 1.
Oh, he might be sleep stunning here. Nope, they're waking back up. So fire and sleep so far, and we won't find out what else he has. kaiten619 picking up that Sun Sword. The Sun Sword is the best sword in the game that an unclass changed fighter can hold at 32 damage. So that's a super nice pickup here at the beginning of the game, and we'll soup up his party. jkoper, meanwhile, having picked up his crystal, is running back over now to Elfland. He'll probably save his game there, and then go ahead and do the crown shuffle. He'll go ahead and take a look at what Matoya had in her chests at that point. kaiten619 is they're gonna sort of high five each other here in the woods, and we're gonna take a look in what's in the black magic shop. We have rub, stop, sleep, and slow. That's not that great. And over on the white magic side, there's Fade. Everybody loves to see Fade, especially when you had a forced white mage in your party anyways. It fell in the second position, though, and so the red mages won't be able to learn Fade at all this game, to be honest, because red wizards don't pick that slot up either after a class change. And so Fade is going to be held to the white mage exclusively this game. The all-important exit on the fourth white magic side, and on the black magic side you've got lightning 3, and so everybody's got a little bit of something to play with here so far. Kaiten continuing his shopping, finding chainmail. Chainmail is probably the cheapest armor you can find for a good bang for your buck there at 15 absorb. Its normal cost is 80, and it's sitting there at 35, so it's even discounted more than normal.
Hey, you got to make up for that 99,000 you got to spend on gold bracelets and pro rings.
Exactly. Picking up a house, that's a good idea. Always nice to be able to recharge your magic. jkoper fighting a bunch of sea rururus there.
What are the sea rururus? The sahags?
Yeah, I don't know. If there are no sea rururus, there are no water rururus in the game. I think that's an oversight. And there's some rururus on Kaiten's side.
Yep, they're going to do the chain here. jkoper is going to be very sad that Amatoy has his 1,530 gold in a heal potion.
But now he's got the herb. We're doing some clandestine trading here. We traded in a gold crown for a crystal, and then went to an old lady and picked up herb. And now we're going to go deliver that herb to a rich prince. Astos not frightening at all this seed with Fire 1 and Sleep as his 2 spells we got to see. So we won't know what else was hiding in his spell list.
Now, I don't know about you, Maya, but in all the fairy tales I ever read as a child, only True Love's Kiss could wake a prince or princess up from a sleeping curse. So I'm a little upset Square Enix swayed off of that path.
You know, I guess they're just trying to retell the old-fashioned love story that instead of awakening your lover with a kiss, you awaken them with pharmaceuticals. I have no idea.
Ooh, Power Gauntlet and like 27,000 gold. That's nice.
Power Gauntlet, a super awesome pickup, can cast Saber, and Saber is really only a spell that's useful if a physical fighter can cast it, or a red mage can make a pretty good use of Saber too. Since the spell version only casts on the wielder, that Power Gauntlet used as an item when a black belt is holding it or a fighter holds it is super awesome, especially here in Randomizer.
Yep, always nice to have that little boost of accuracy and flat damage, unless your boss is Kraken too, and he has 255 evade.
Yeah, no doubt. kaiten619, where it's her first chance into the Marsh Cave. We do know that we have Stun Touch, or not Stun Touch, Death Touch ghouls down here. I don't believe Kaiten knows that information, and so he may find out the hard way. He's going to go up top first, Joey, and check these 4 chests at the top of Marsh Cave. Is that the routing that you usually do as well?
Yeah, it's faster, and then you don't have to do all the extra walking. The 4 chests are kind of close together, whereas if you traverse the other floors, they're very, very spread out.
I'm getting confirmation or some information in chat from Almesi, who said that the ghouls were not actually Death Touch, they just hit really hard. And so that may mean that Death Touch is still lurking somewhere else.
Oh, yes. The hype is real, boys.
Kaiten doing an interesting strategy here. I don't believe he finished the crown shuffle or anything like that. So he's coming into Marsh Cave with only the crystal, and sort of gambling here that he is going to find the TNT or something else important down here and not be able to full clear. He does not have the Mystic Key and cannot check the 3 chests at the bottom of Marsh Cave here.
I was just going to ask if he finished the quest line or just came here.
No, he came straight here after beating Astos, and so we'll see whether or not this is a strategy that saves him time, or whether or not he's going to end up having to come back here again. jkoper is doing the more standard strategy of trading in for his Mystic Key, and now he's going to check the 3 chests here in Caneria. He may run back up to the Temple of Fiends. He's going to go see what the dwarves have, so on and so forth.
Yep, I like not going to Marsh Cave ever, if possible.
Yeah, no doubt. And so, Silver Axe.
Crap, the ghouls hit like trucks.
And there's the Thor's Hammer on jkoper's side, and so that'll cast Lightning 2 when used as an item, which is a nice pickup here early in the game. But still no TNT yet, and so kaiten619's Gambit still has a chance to pay off here.
Do you check that first chest in that room on this floor?
I do, yeah. There's one off to the left that he needs. There, he's going to go get it. Okay, so it's in a stepwise pattern. It goes down, over 1, down 1, over 1, and then back up to the upper right hand corner.
Boy, maybe I'm just really bad. I always go to the upper right hand corner first.
jkoper taking a peek at chests on the right-hand side. We're gonna the places that this TNT could be hiding are starting to shrink here.
I'm thinking we got really lazy dwarfs.
Three wizards for Kaiten, which is not awful. It could have been much worse. Let's see what they're hiding behind their trap tile.
Maybe it's the floater. Nope.
Nope, just gold. And so he's got 2 more chests down here that he can get to. A ribbon. Okay, ribbon's a real nice pickup. There's only 3 of those in the game, and they protect against every status attack.
World record Bruce.
Last chest for Kaiten is just some gold, and so he has the exit spell. He's going to get out of here, and he needs to save his game before he gets shadows, or if he's just going to try to run out of here. He made it safely.
So if jkoper checks the dwarf cave next, which we assume he will, the TNT can only be in Astos' castle or those 3 chests at the bottom of Marsh Cave.
So odds are we have another set of incredibly lazy dwarves that misplaced their TNT and it's sitting at home.
It makes me so mad. Why are they so lazy sometimes?
Rururu's on jkoper's side.
Miat has the whole community doing Rururu's now.
Wow, flambéed Rururu's for jkoper. kaiten619 is going to go ahead and finish up his key shuffle now. He has no more chests that he can check without trading in for the Mystic Key. And jkoper's going to see our friendly dwarves here, and we'll see what they have in their treasure trove down at the bottom.
He just saw that he saved 26k on a pro ring. He's happy.
All right, here we go. Moment of truth. There's a bit of gold. More gold. Wow, they're rich. A tent, which is not what we're looking for.
1 extra E.
Oh, there we go.
It is.
There's the TNT. So he's going to immediately walk 15 feet and hand that to Narek the dwarf, who disappears in a puff of smoke, to go ahead and open up a canal over out of the inner sea.
Almacia, the Sun Sword is the 3rd best sword for the fighter.
What are the other 2 that are better?
Excalibur and Masamune.
Well, I'll give you one of those. The fighter can use the Masamune, but the fighter can't use the Excalibur.
Listen, sir, I was in the car for 14 and a half hours. I'm tired.
So it's looking like jkoper won the gamble there, and has picked up a little bit of time over Kaiten because jkoper went and checked all of the Mystic Key chests, whereas Kaiten went down into Marsh Cave to go ahead and look for some chests there. And so jkoper breaks out of the Inner Sea and is going to go to Melmond next, and so we'll see our first look at the level 5 spells available.
Melmond, even in the randomizer, the worst. Oh, look at this. He gets heal 3.
Wow. All the healing at once. There you go. Heal 3 and Cure 4, sitting at level 5. White Mage can learn all of these spells here in Melmond. The Black Mage is going to miss the 3rd spell in this list until after the class change. And wow, it's Warp. So, sorry, no, jkoper, you can't learn Warp this time. You're going to have a class change for that.
having that the 2 casts of heal 3 though is super nice and very saves on tons of heal potions. Kaiten's gonna give us a look at the images for fun. They have stun touch. God,
Right, lovely.
What is this? What is this? I'm gonna throw it out there. That was no good.
Yeah, that didn't go so well for him. Chat's correcting me in that jkoper doesn't have a black mage. You're correct, he doesn't. He had a red mage that can't learn warp. However, the black mage could not learn warp there either. That third slot for a black mage in Melmond is locked until after the class change for both the red and a black mage. So both of our runners are going to need a class change if they want to have warp for this run. Again, Joey, I don't know if that's a huge deal though. They both have a white mage that no exit. I mean, I like to have warp just so that I can get from one level to the next. What's your preference? I mean, if you can't learn warp, is it a big deal to you?
I prefer warp over exit any day of the week, just because it can drastically change your routing through some of these dungeons and what you may or may not do based on what spells you have available.
There's the ever exciting nuke spell sitting in the level 6 spot. Level 6 is learnable by the black mage. But the red wizard or red mage will miss the nuke spell this run. jkoper's picked up his canoe and is headed over to the volcano.
And this will be the first instance of Ultra Trolley we can possibly see. I think so. In the round 1 flags, my personal opinion was the volcano is by far the worst dungeon because you go there first, and like everything has cremate, fire 2, blaze, squint. I mean, it's just an awful place to go to. And now it could be even worse because they could have thunder, toxic, crack, fire 3, ice 3, lit 3, nuke. I mean, you know, it gets worse. And
yeah, and you have to start worrying about enemies that you didn't really have to be all that concerned about in the round 1 seeds, like the whiz ogres, for example. You know, they're not all that frightening in round 1 because what do they know, like ruse?
Yeah,
and something else sort of innocuous.
They're the nicest.
But then here we are. Yeah, but then here we are. Who knows what they know now? So I think the danger level has been upped here going into Volcano early. But I got to tell you, I don't think I would go to Ice Cave first. Ice Cave is just as frightening. They've got all sorts of frightening things in there.
Yep, those sorcerers. I'm not. I don't know. I'd probably go Ordeals first, but I'm a masochist. Roos.
So Kaiten's finally going to find his TNT here. He'll be very happy to see that. He took a couple of gambles here and they just didn't pay off for him. So he's, maybe about 5 minutes behind jkoper at this point. But jkoper's about to get into that part of the game, like we said, where the randomizer can really start messing with people here. So we'll have to see what the volcano has in store for us today. 30 chests in Gurgu Volcano that jkoper's going to clear through. 2 major progression items that we're looking for still. We need to find a floater, and we need to find the slab in these random chests.
Yep, definitely need the floater. We can't go anywhere else. The only other opening areas are Earth Cave, which nobody likes, Ice Cave, which nobody really likes unless you're crazy, and Ordeals. And jkoper wants to see how the fires are.
Yep, he ran right into that tile. I think he knows they're there. I think he wants the experience for this battle.
Fun fact, this fire tile is the only other safe grinding spot next to the Agamas.
And it's not a bad idea, especially in this round, because you don't know what the Agamas have as far as skills and spells. Whereas the fires, since we've not shuffled, the underlying scripts yet, that's a safe grind spot. If you want to do it relatively safely, that's a good place to do it.
Yep, and this kind of plays into what's your grind strategy going to be, because solo anything is like ungodly risky. And the fires are safe.
Boy. I'm so sorry, jkoper. I talked about Wiz Ogres being scary, and look, they have poison.
I think that's a reset. Yeah, that's got to be a reset now.
Yep, he's going to reset out of this. Okay, Wiz Ogres are in a lot of these floors, too, and that's a relatively common encounter. This is going to be a bit of a slog here for our runners.
That version of poison is from the Gas Dragons. Oh wait, no, it's Toxic that has two different ones, right?
No, you were right the first time. It's poison. There's poison touch, and then there's poison spell that does damage, and there's a poison spell that stones you. And they're all called poison because the creators of the game ran out of ideas.
So this just got intricately more interesting, because we all love good poison Wiz Ogre.
Well, kaiten619, for all of his trouble that he had earlier trying to find the TNT, does have a ribbon. And that ribbon will help a little bit here in the volcano. I don't know if it's going to help with poison, but it'll give his party a bit more protection, especially for his white mage, who's sort of critical in a situation like this. jkoper doesn't have that ribbon, and he's going to have to find a way through this dungeon without the extra protection.
Yep, the only way this gets worse for jkoper is if let's see if the Perilous have anything fun. Oh, cure. Nice.
They can cure themselves. How cute.
So if the Argoyles or the Arhydras have anything bad, this makes the dungeons incredibly difficult for jkoper to get through at this level.
That fire tile that you can grind is looking better and better. Power staff. There's the Masamune. That's an excellent pickup.
There we go. The dream. The fighter dream. The EXPs.
So now maybe at least you have a little bit of a chance to maybe equip that Masamune on the fighter, and if you want, you can maybe try to kill the Wiz Ogre outright before it poisons you. While your other party members run, might be a possible way through this, but you're sort of dancing with disaster, doing that sort of stuff.
Rai, the trap tile. There's a trap tile with a fire that is the only other safe grinding spot next to the double Agma trap tile. You can run again along the bottom part of the wall and just walk up and down and hit that trap tile over and over, and you don't increase in your encounter cycle.
jkoper doing a little bit of weapon shuffling around now that he found that sword. He drops the Sun Sword down to the Red Mage, which is, again, aside from the Masamune, the best sword that the Red Mage can hold. So they've found some really, really nice weaponry. Now it's just a matter of getting through this dungeon alive. And jkoper is going to go ahead and make a scramble down for the third level where the rest of the chests are.
I didn't see. Did jkoper check the other 4 chests that are kind of like to the northeast and north of the dungeon?
Yeah, I don't believe so. I didn't see him do it either. So he's leaving a few chests behind. Oh, there's a Whiz Ogre again. Run, boys, run.
Oh god, look at his health. No, please, jkoper, not like this. No!
Oh, gosh. Well, oh, good. He ran then. Now what? Joey, is he going to try to run out of this?
I don't know. I think he just did he not reset?
He's just going for it.
Wait, did he not save when he went out?
Oh, I think he saved. I didn't notice. I just wonder if he's going to maybe try to power through to a place that he can attempt to grind out of this.
Maybe he saved with that. Okay. I was going to say, that would be the only reason you wouldn't just reset
a hero gold bracelet pickup there. Let's see if he's going to grab that and equip it here. Yeah, he's skipping chests right and left at this point. He's going to see what the Agamas have and whether or not they're grindable. Kaiten has joined him now in the Gurgu Volcano, and so jkoper's lead is shrinking slowly but surely here. We will see whether or not Kaiten starts looking in these chests that jkoper did not. We believe jkoper did not see these 4 chests up top here.
The Curalisks, nice and friendly in this scene.
that was good. Did you just think of that right now?
No, I stole that from Chask. Oh wait, no. Future Sight called them the Healerisks.
Okay, so the Agamas have stun touch. This is fine. This is fine. Hold. Okay, well, hold me because I don't think he's going to be able... Oh, and they have Thunder. Oh, lovely. Okay, so I'm going to call this not a safe grind spot, everyone. Oh, that's just brutal.
What is this? What is this trolling?
Okay, so, and bye-bye to jkoper's party. So Kaiten suddenly in the lead with his double fire encounter. jkoper's going to run back in here.
What do you even do?
Well, jkoper, I think he skipped those chests up there. We believe he did, and so he didn't find anything he was all that excited
has
in.
lit 3! This is awful!
Okay, chat, I want to hear solutions. How do our runners get out of this? I mean, I got to tell you, Joy, I don't know if I'd stay here. I might go somewhere else. This is beginning to look a little ridiculous.
The only way this gets worse is if the Argoyles have nuke.
Adam H89 with the outstanding suggestion to get good. Yes, I don't we all wish. Almacia saying it's time for them to leave. They're going to get out of this with exit and go to the ice cave. jkoper's being a little stubborn, but I don't think he knows that that lit 3 is also hanging out there. And he might check those chests that we missed otherwise. kaiten619 is still a little blissfully unaware of what's in store here.
jkoper has hit every atrocity in this dungeon except for the Argoyles. We still haven't seen them make an appearance yet. And Kaiten's like, this game's beautiful.
Yeah, it's like, this is easy. Do.
Curalisks are here.
Kaiten now realizing that this may not be the Elysium he was looking for. jkoper going to go ahead and check some chests. There's the floater. Okay, so you need to be here. Wow, I'm so sorry, runners. The floater is hiding in the upper left-hand corner of the third level, and they're going to need to get here in order to progress. jkoper choosing not to exit with the floater and flee for his life. He's going to go ahead and continue and check the rest of these. Here's the hold agamas. Masamune pickup for Kaiten. jkoper lost his Masamune and doesn't have it anymore. That was on the first level of Gurgu Volcano, and he has not gone back to pick that up again.
I'm sorry I left you hanging. I had
Hey, no
10-year-old
worries.
aggro.
No worries. Hey, hello, 10-year-old.
I have headphones on. You can't hear me.
We did find the floater up in the upper left-hand corner of the third level of the volcano. And Koper is being a proud runner and not exiting out. He's going to stick around in here and see what else he can find.
I like it. I'm not going to like it so much if the Agama decides to thunder, but...
Chat correcting me again. Thank you, chat. Thank you for being my eyes. Yes, Zeke does have the Masamune, so apparently he did save out and does have it, so I appreciate that.
Excellent. And is Kaiten aware yet of what lies in store for him?
You know, he saw the red hydras for sure with Lit 3, and I don't believe he's seen what the Wiz Ogres do yet. jkoper found something that he can safely kill, and he's going to do it.
All right, Kaiten, are you ready?
There's another Agama.
Silver Shield, not bad pickup. Put it on your fighter. Put it on. Oh, the floater, the dream.
All right, jkoper is about to visit the Red Dragon. We'll see what that has in store for him. I don't know. Is there anything left out there to be scared of?
Nuke?
Toxic?
Crack? So, I have to say, in all honesty, this isn't even the worst volcano I've ever seen.
It's up there, though.
We played one about 2 weeks ago, I think. 5 monsters in here had crack, and we had no ribbons.
Uh-oh, Kaiten. 3 Wiz Ogres. Run! Run!
What is this?
Wow, look at this. He's gonna get out of here.
Oh my
He doesn't
God,
even know.
Kaiten.
He doesn't even know they have poison.
Kaiten is... he is just running on water
Dude is
right
charmed.
now.
That's amazing. Man, he's got Cure 4 sitting right next to Exit in his skill list or in his spell list. You got to be super careful there.
Yeah, he's got to. I mean, he doesn't know it yet, but he's really got to stay topped off here health-wise because he's got 3 encounters that are terrible.
jkoper making a break for it. He's going to go visit Carrie, which will be the first fiend we'll see tonight.
Yep, and he's like around level 16. Was that? Going too fast.
And you know, with the Masamune, that's a nice place to be. So we'll see what she has in store.
6 swords and a weird face. Oh,
Going
she
straight
has
for the
4
damn-
swords. I wonder where's what are those yellow things? Carrie's eyes.
You mean next to her hair? I would think so. Yeah.
This is. I always bring this up in chat. What is Carrie's face even?
She's a fiend. It doesn't have to be pretty.
The face is melted. Oh, the dream.
Okay,
Now we're gonna go
jkoper's going to go back in. He's going to go look at those chests that he missed earlier.
And pray that he doesn't run into Triple Wiz Ogre.
Oh, Kaiten just found out that the Agamas have thunder. He may cut his grinding a little short here now.
Yep, and jkoper gets good guy Wiz Ogre.
Kaiten doing some healing up here. So the floater's been found for jkoper's side, and he's finished off this dungeon, except for the last few chests that he's looking for, Joey. What's your next stop after you go to Gugu Volcano here? We still need a slab, and we still haven't found a bottle yet.
I'm going to Bahamut Islands to check the chest there. Then I'm going to the Titan's Cave to check those 4 chests, picking up the rod, and then making a decision. Where do you want to go? Do you want to gamble Ice Cave or Ordeals?
Right.
Or do you
There's
just
also
wanna-
the waterfall sitting out there that they could go up, paddle up the river to.
Yeah, that's always. I mean, you have to go there. So I know some people are kind of like, well, why would you go there now? You could, it's way out of your way. You have to make 2 trips to that side of the world, and what if the bottle's in on rack?
Mm-hmm.
It's a opinion to everybody. And I like Kaiten is not distraught by Thunder Agamas, sticking with the grind spot.
I wonder how high do you think he will grind, Joey? What would be your strat here?
I'm a bad person to act because if I have 4 party members alive at this point in the race, I'm usually pretty angry. But 18, I think, is like super safe. There you go. Yeah.
Yep, and it looks like he agrees with you. I don't think it's that valuable to stick around with 4 characters after that point, because you can take Carrie pretty much at this point. There's not going to be a whole lot that she has that she's going to be able to throw at you.
Yeah, I like to go 18 with 3 party members and like 15 or 16 with 4 usually. Maybe we'll see what the Red Dragon has this time. Nope. So jkoper went to Gaia, I think, maybe. It's gonna check the Isles of Bahamut.
So jkoper is a slab and a bottle away from go mode. Pro Cape is a super nice pickup. It's a shield that your mages can hold.
Or your fighter.
Right.
I mean,
right.
I thought he picked up a silver shield earlier, but I guess not. Oh, the Aegis shield. You got to get that.
Yep, they'll go ahead and drop something for that too. Haven't seen a tail yet in order to do a class change, and so he'll just pocket that one. And if a class change comes into play, then that shield becomes super useful. The Aegis shield blocks against poison and can be only held by the knight.
Yep, he also can equip the gloves on his white mage, but he elects not to. And Kaiten is going to take down the Fiend carry, hopefully. I didn't see carry do anything too trolly.
I'm getting a second look. Yes, I think those are eyes.
Like, she's just like the weirdest, and she has like spaghetti hair. It's so weird.
So two of the islands down for jkoper. He's going to check the third one here. Has not found a ton of interest here except that shield so far.
Yep, just the Aegis shield. The wall contains nothing.
Right.
I'd go to check these two locations for the bottle. I think he went to Gaia to check for the bottle.
And bottles in a vanilla location. Pretty cheap though, 25,000. Nobody will complain at that. So he's going to go immediately back over to Gaia and I think trade that in.
Yeah, I'm of the school of thought where you do Sea Shrine without slab, or you do Sky Cave if you have slab.
I think that's a pretty good bet. Sea Shrine has 32 chests in it, but only one is locked by the Mystic Key, whereas Mirage Tower and Floating Castle together will get you 52 chests. And so if you can go there and you're still in the need of something like a late crown or something like that, going Mirage Tower or Floating Castle is a better bet for you from a probability standpoint. jkoper landing over on Anrak's continent, and so maybe he is going to go check the waterfall out and then go do Sea Shrine.
Yeah, I don't ever like going to the Earth Cave early if I don't have to.
Only place I don't think he checked, and I'm sure Chad will correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think he went to go visit the Titans cave to go look at those 4 chests there. And I don't believe he has the rod yet either.
No, and these not looking into these free chests before you make a routing decision can literally win or lose you a race.
kaiten619 checking the Zardia Islands, as we like to call them here in Final Fantasy Randomizer. After our tournament director, Czar, If you're interested in running this Final Fantasy Randomizer or joining us in our community, we are more than happy to help get you set up to run Final Fantasy with us. We have a Discord, and I'll drop the link in chat here once I'm done talking. But you can also go to our challenge page, and there's a whole host of links there so that you can learn more about the randomizer, how it works. We run 3 to 5 races a day at this point, all hours of the day and night. Our runner Kaiten's over in the Philippines, and so he's running races at one time of the day from everybody over in the Western Hemisphere. And so we're more than happy to have you with us. Whether you're new to randomizers or just an old fan of Final Fantasy, we're happy to have you. Meanwhile, jkoper is nearing the Out of Bounds Bat land. Out of Bounds Bat is the only bat in the game that spawns outside of the regular walkable area, and I did not see him. But Out of Bounds Bat is everybody's friendliest, most favoritist bat. He is, as our friend Files says, he is 40% battier than other bats.
Am I gonna have to fight you about Out of Bounds Bat being the 4th best bat in this game?
You know, Joey, you're just wrong sometimes. It's okay. It's okay to be wrong. Out of Bounds Bat is the best bat. We're not going to have a discussion about this.
Those 3 gentlemanly bats in Earth Cave that never bother you. I would like to have a discussion with you after this race, sir.
Lies. Anyway, I just dropped a link to our Discord in the chat, and so if you're watching us for the first time, or if you're interested in picking up the randomizer, or you just want to join our community, you're welcome to do so. Just go ahead and give a click to the Discord, and that'll give you access. We're a fun group, we're a friendly group, and we're most happy to have you with us.
And we're even better when we're half tired and drinking wine.
You know it, and having driven for 14 hours. And while you're clicking on things, you should also click on our 2 runners to give them a follow, because they're doing great work out here and entertaining us this evening. Shylazia is our tracker. Hi, Shy. He's part of our European contingent and does an awesome job keeping track of all of our little items and goodies here in the game. And also, please give your love to Feasel and Speed Gaming. Give these channels a subscribe. Feasel is one of our greatest champions, and we love him to death. And thank you so much, sir, for your support of our community and for giving us airtime.
It's all because of Feasel that I started to run vanilla Final Fantasy, and then Kababesh got me into the randomizer, and now I have trouble playing vanilla Final Fantasy.
And now look, you're commentating to hundreds of people. Here we are. So Kaiten's going to take a look at those 4 chests that jkoper has skipped. jkoper has decided to dive straight into the Sea Shrine. 32 chests here. He can only look at 31 of them because one of them is locked by the key. Oh no, he has the key. He can see all 32. But Kaiten, we're going to see whether or not jkoper's routing is going to bite him here. Let's look at these 4 chests. Nope, looks like he's safe. Some reasonable armor there to pick up, but no slab to be found.
So are you of the what's the word? The thinkers of going left first, or do you go to the mermaids first always in Sea Shrine?
You know, Joey, I'll tell you, in my round 1 seed, the difference. Well, I think Purity probably would have beaten me at the end anyways, but I was ahead of him in the sea shrine, and I went up to go see the mermaids because we were crown hunting. And he went down to Kraken and found the crown along the way. And that ended up being where he pulled in front of me. We were running different strats, and he was running a solo back belt, and so he probably would have won anyways. And so I would have told you before that happened that I always go check mermaids first when I'm looking for something. There's Adamant. Adamant's a nice pickup. But now I'm not so sure. Maybe you go kill the fiend first instead. What's your thought? Do you go high or low when you're looking for something here?
I always used to go high, but recent runs have made me think about going low first. I don't think time-wise going low first is a huge loss, especially if you find whatever your last quest item is there.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you. I think going low, when you have to go in that direction anyways, to go visit Kraken and take a look at those chests first, might be the smarter of the two plays. We'll see. jkoper went up here into Sea Shrine. And so really we're starting to run out of places where the slab could be. It's either in lower Sea Shrine, which means jkoper's going to find it along the way, or it's hiding somewhere truly awful, like down in the bottom of Marsh Cave, which means our runners might have to go back there.
We're going to start questioning who made this seed if they have to go back to the ice cave. Is Ice Blue here? Ice Blue, are you in the building, sir?
Well, then that's a good point. We haven't gone into Ordeals yet, or Earth Cave, or Ice Cave. And so, both of our runners are sort of playing the odds here and going to the dungeon with the most chests. But if it's not here, then both of our runners are going to have some really interesting decisions about where they go next. Kaiten's doing the same thing. He's going to go upstairs to go visit the mermaids first, because there are more chests up here.
I love this music.
jkoper with an unrunnable ghost encounter. I think that we've seen another one of these yet. They hit really hard now too. These ghosts apparently have something against black belts. Two Gun Sabo, your question, what is all needed for go mode? At this point, the only item required that the runners are looking for is the slab. The slab locks the floating castle. The slab locks Mirage Tower. And so we will need that in order to progress into that Fiend dungeon. Everything else that the runners find at this point is nice, but that's the one item we're looking for go mode.
This is my jam.
All right, chat. My question for all of you is, if the slab is not here in Sea Shrine, where do you want to go next? We haven't been to Earth. We haven't been to Ice Cave. We haven't been to Ordeals. And so those are three places. We could also go back to Marsh. If you're running this and you're our runners right now, where do you go? I see lots of people that want to go to Ordeals, and it's shuffled pillars. Joey, the chat wants them to go get lost in the pillars.
You guys are evil. What? Man. I'm glad I'm out of this tournament, Mia, because I wouldn't want to have to deal with all this pressure. Now we get to sit here and just watch all these great races.
Yeah, I know.
And have hundreds of people listen to our sexy crooner voices. The dream, man. It's the dream.
Right. I'm really glad I got knocked out of this tournament early so that I don't have the pressure of my awful menuing losing me races.
You know, when you're David and you have to go against Goliath in the first round, you just kind of go, eh.
So DD Gaming, one of our Circle of Sage members in the Discord, has been running this randomizer for quite a while, says if he has Warp, he wants to go Ice Cave or Ordeals. Otherwise, he wants to go Earth Cave because you have to go there anyways. Not a bad bet, to be completely honest. I think that would be my choice as well because the rod is available and you have to go to Earth Cave anyways, and there's 24 chests there. And so, stick with where you have to go anyways. But I see a lot of arguments for other places too. This could be a true troll seed, and that slab could be hiding somewhere really weird.
My question is, what does Warp do for you in Ordeals? That's what I want to know the answer to that question. I can understand Ice Cave, but we're gonna need an elaborated answer on how Warp benefits you.
I know what it does for me. It helps me leave because I never should have gone there in the first place. Usually.
Oh, I never even thought of that.
So DD's answer is that in Ordeals you can warp back one pillar if you mess up. I got to tell you, I didn't know that either. That's probably, Joey, why we're not in the tournament anymore and we're commentating instead.
No, we may not be the brightest minds for the randomizer, but when it comes to commentary, my friend, we are top notch.
So jkoper's now on the bottom of the sea shrine, and he's going to go visit our good friend Kraken with her 8 arms, hits like a freight train, and this isn't even her final form. Kraken 2 is the one you really have to watch out for.
She's got a funny face too.
I was playing the PS1 version of Final Fantasy earlier today, and Kraken is rocking a cape in that version. So I need to look at this sprite again and see whether or not she's got a cape on here.
Oh, he's so dapper. He's got like a eye reticle and everything. He looks so cool. Like if he had a top hat, he would be the biggest baller in Final Fantasy.
And before chat gets the wrong idea about me, no, I'm not a deviant. I prefer the NES version of Final Fantasy over the PS1 version. But I've never played the PS1 version before, so I wanted to give it a try.
Max plus Pi, the seedings are all randomized. The only accurate seeding in the tournament is Tristal, who is number 1. Other than that, hey, it's my favorite item. Yeah, baby, get that ice shield.
So I guess Kraken is kind of wearing a bib, maybe? That seems really mean to have, seafood wearing a bib.
Kraken doesn't really have a body in this version either. Is that whitish, bluish thing his body?
Well, I think all of it is Kraken's body. I'm not. The little whitish bluish thing is some sort of I don't know, decorative accessory.
I don't know. All I know is Kraken is not pulling out enough troll. So as we've gone through, we've seen two dungeons now. We know that the fire floor in Temple of Fiends Revisited has the potential to be very interesting, and the water floor doesn't look like it's going to be too bad. We haven't seen anything crazy. That
Yeah,
and
I'd agree.
all the encounters in the water floor are, what is it? Lobster, sea snake, troll, and waters, and Gershark Wizzsahag.
Yeah, and I didn't see the Wizsahags have anything as far as spells or anything this time around. I don't know if they can have spells in this round, anyways. I don't think they cast anything.
I don't know. Do vanilla Wizzahags have? Whoa! I got confused. I was like, "Where is no Kaiten? You're going no back. Where are you going?"
jkoper is diving back in too. He's going to take a look at these last few chests that he missed.
And gets the Wizzahags.
So I see Ardia in chat, so I'll ask him. He's one of our Circle of Sage members. Ardia, do the Wizsahags cast anything in vanilla Final Fantasy? Joey and I don't think so. So jkoper's going to go ahead and check up these last few chests that he missed on his initial run. Chat, where do you want to go after this? It's looking increasingly likely that Sea Shrine doesn't have anything for us. So where's your next stop? Where do you want to go?
Bed.
I just think there's one more chest up here to look at. And it's a cabin. Okay, so that was it.
So we have one vote for Ordeals, one vote for Marsh Cave, one vote for Ice Cave, 2 votes for Ice Cave. They both have Warp. One says Earth Cave. One says Ice Cave. One says we're all over the place. The Ruby is probably in Sky Cave.
Yeah, the Ruby is always in some place that seems completely random. Ruby is not required to complete this seed. It's one of the sort of half progression items that you need sometimes, but really not all that often, because it's more likely that you get the floater first. And if you find the floater, then you can just fly over the Titan who goes hungry because you never feed him his Ruby.
Yep. First, we're giving medical marijuana to a prince, and now we're giving opioids to Titans. I mean, this game is just bananas.
Wow, Kaiten making quick work of Kraken there, hitting for 653 damage. I don't even think he's that high leveled at this point, so somebody really got a hold of him there.
He's 21. He's higher than jkoper is, I believe. And jkoper gonna do the Earth Cave. All right.
So jkoper playing it safe, right? He can full clear the dungeon. It's a fiend dungeon. There's 24 chests there. We'll see whether or not Kaiten follows suit here.
Looks like Artea is saying go to Ordeals. I'm gonna argue that Ordeals is not 3 minutes. It takes 3 minutes to walk there on most occasions. Kaiten is gonna go get the cube, and we know nothing fantastic is there.
And I'll answer the question I posed earlier, just so that it's in the VOD. Wizsahags do not cast a spell in vanilla Final Fantasy, and so the water floor in Temple of Fiends Revisited is going to be a little bit easier. Then I think the only thing, Joey, they're going to have to look for are those water elementals that hit really hard. But I agree with you. I think the fire floor is just going to be awful.
Don't the big guys cast spells and stuff, but we didn't see any of them, so it's a mystery.
Titan's going to see if we can see us some out of bounds bat. Here we go.
So the real question is...
Mud goals, no thunder.
Oh boy. Well, that makes Earth Floor a little bit more interesting in TOFR. So the real question is, Mia, after a glass of wine and no warp or exit, are you able to traverse backwards out of the waterfall?
I'm glad I don't have to find out. One glass of wine, yeah, I can do it. More than one glass of wine, I'm probably pulling up a map so that I can find my way through it.
Let's get our Bible thumps out for no out of bounds bat. Chat's calling for a restart to the race. jkoper or Kaiten's run is invalid. No out of bounds bat.
They would have to redo Google Volcano again. I wouldn't wish that on anybody.
Yeah, but maybe it'll be easy this time.
Are these the 3 bats you're talking about that everyone likes?
No. So this room right here, this upper left-hand door, if you go in there, there's 3 bats in that room. But there's nothing in there, so you never go in there. Nobody knows that they're there.
I don't believe you. I don't believe there are bats in there. Why would anyone go up there to check? You're hallucinating.
Well, listen, when you're an absolute filthy casual to the randomizer and you don't know what chests are where, you go into that room just to make sure. So yes, that room right there has 3 bats in it.
Okay, Joey, with his pretend bat friends up in the upper left-hand corner there, says that those 3 bats that you never see and don't exist are better than out-of-bounds bat. I don't know. And jkoper about to visit the vampire, who even in this version of the randomizer... Oh, no.
Oh,
Speaking of bats, are you kidding me?
This is awful.
Oh, God.
No.
Okay. So I've not seen this happen in a tournament game yet. The bats... Oh, no.
This is terrible.
Well, jkoper can go pour himself a glass of wine now while he waits.
Look at the book going
So Chad, how long do you wait? Okay, so Seeker42 said it started at 1 hour, 17 minutes, 45 seconds. How long do you wait, guy? Oh, there. Okay, jkoper said no, thank you.
All right. So if for future reference, there is a frame perfect trick. If you hit, so you walk to that bat who's in that tunnel, right? There's a frame perfect trick where if you hit right on the exact frame that the bat decides he's going to move left, you will actually swap places with him.
I believe you, but yeah.
Yeah, but I've had 1 bat in there. I've never seen 2 bats down there. That's double trolly.
Yeah, that's terrible. Chad, I surely hope that somebody's clipping that, right? All right, so jkoper is going to go ahead and run again. I got to tell you, the bats are on Kaiten's side, apparently, because here he comes. And this is starting to tighten up now. I think we're only, a minute behind each other. Kaiten's going to check these chests because he doesn't know what's in them. But that was some lost time for jkoper.
Yeah, that's correct, though, Masia. it's hard to do. It only works if he goes left as you hit right, but it's possible. You know, ML7, I'm inclined to agree with you, but I've been in the car for 14 and a half hours and am kind of half asleep. So jkoper didn't even wait 3 minutes there, huh? He was like, bye.
Yep, he waited only about 40 seconds. I mean, I guess if there's one, maybe you stick around and wait for a bit, but 2 of them ended up down there, which I've never seen before.
No, that's crazy. But that's the I don't know, that's the beauty of
the bats are still in his way.
version.
He's gonna
So as the zone of each floor in the dungeon, as soon as you take the stairs down or up to said floor, all of the bats and the NPCs will start to move. So as soon as he walks onto this floor, those bats are starting to get down there.
Okay.
And, this time, of course, they're nice.
The bats were doing their best at keeping the vampire safe.
All right, everybody, say hi to the menu, and now say hi to the vampire.
And say goodbye to the vampire.
Rest in pepperoni's vampire. Fire 3 is
wow,
good.
1 hit. Goodbye.
There wasn't just one troll bat, Len the Cat. There was 2 troll bats. The vampire. Everybody get your rods out. Let's break the floppy disk. The vampire guarding the ever invaluable heal potion. And we've got some world record.
Getting to our PG-13 portion of the evening. Everybody has their rods out. But the this is my most pet peeve, annoying encounter that jkoper is with at this point. I hate this Spectre and Geist encounter, Joey. It just annoys me. They all tend to go first. None of them ever want to run away.
If you don't like it in the randomizer, you must absolutely hate it in the vanilla version.
Yeah, it's awful.
Yes, chat's got their rods out. We are winning.
So, still looking for this lab, everyone. Let's see here if we find it up here. Oh, there's a ribbon find for jkoper. That'll be his first ribbon, Kaiten's second, if Kaiten comes up here to check them. There are only 3 ribbons in original NES Final Fantasy, so you can get complete status protection to 3 of your characters, and then the 4th one sort of has to make do.
Yep, that's the one nice thing about Clash Changed Knights. They have the fire armor and the Aegis shield and the Pro Ring, which gives them protections to 5 out of the 8 elements. So it's the next best thing to no ribbon.
jkoper's hit a couple of unrunnable wizard encounters now, and so Kaiten is slowly but surely closing the gap here. Kaiten's going to go into the 3rd floor of Earth Cave and clear out all those single chests. But he's slowly but surely starting to reel jkoper in. It's not that jkoper's playing badly. He's actually playing very well. It's just that he's had some awful luck here in the volcano, as well as the troll bats of doom.
Poor jkoper in the volcano. That guy, he got bodied by everything. That volcano is just like, let's see, jkoper's here. How can we make this a horrible experience for him? Hold my beer. Whiz ogres with poison. Healisks, Curalisks, and then Thunder Agamas.
All right, there's the slab. So slab is here in Earth Cave. And what do you think, Joey? You call that a go mode?
I'm out. Bye. The only thing you need now is a tail. That would be the only thing I'd want to check for.
Okay.
Other than that, bye. I'm out. Deuces.
Yeah.
See y'all later.
I think you're right. jkoper only has one ribbon. Is that a concern for you?
Yes and no. I mean, if you get the tail, that kind of alleviates that. Like, I like to have 2 ribbons if I don't have class change and the big pieces of armor for the fighter. But nah, you can do it with 1. They have life on the red mage and the white mage, so they're happy.
I always like to see a pick up with a wall spell, especially if you're running ribbonless or only have 1 ribbon like jkoper does. I don't think we've seen it yet, and so it's high up at level 6, 7, or 8. I believe. I don't believe I've seen it in any of the shops yet. jkoper coming up on Lich now.
Everybody say hi to Lich.
Kaiten got the non-troll bats. They got the happy bats that decided to not block his progress.
Say bye to Lich. And he's out. He's back on that green split.
So waving the 44, you just noticed the screen transitions. Those are courtesy of one of our community members, Bent Glasstube, who put together this awesome screen that we're running Final Fantasy IV. Includes background changes depending on where the runners are running. He has done an amazing job setting all this up. Fiesel put his touches on the screen transitions that you're looking at too. It's been kind of a community effort here. So next time you see them, give them thank you.
I hope everybody got their rods out for Kaiten as he smashed that floppy disk.
Well, their rods should still be out, right? We didn't. Nobody said to put them away yet.
Get it? No, jkoper.
Tyro sighting, and jkoper lets the Tyros live.
I'm gonna have to have a talk with him after this.
I am Team Tyro. It sounds like you are Team Tyros are tasty.
Yeah, listen, they're worth a lot of experience.
The experience is just watching them in their natural habitat and not hurting them, Joey.
No. What's like? Do you not kill the blue one?
Oh God, no! Kill the blue one. They're awful. The T-Rexes, they're an abomination. T-Rexes are not Tyros.
Come on, Frostwolves, have something bad. Do it. I didn't get to see. Come on. Don't let us down,
Frostrurus.
Oh, jkoper, you're not letting us have any fun.
The jkoper makes it to the toga party, where he's going to trade in his cube and pick up a chime. It doesn't make sense to me either, but here we are.
Yeah, no, you're not. You're just you're learning a language in 8 seconds, and then you just magically know that these people want to speak to others. And they give you a chime just because you learned their language that's like 2,000 years old. I don't get that.
Maybe they just use Google Translate or something and hold up a smartphone to find out what the other person is saying.
If if Dr. Un can teach 4 light warriors the Lufinish language in 4 seconds, how come I can't get good at this game?
Do you want me to answer that?
Yeah.
So jkoper is nearing in on his last fiend dungeon. We're calling go mode, and he doesn't have to check anything here, but he might. We'll see. He skips the first floor full of chests, and is in the second floor. Oh, the Cerberus is no ruse. Look out! They're going to be harder to hit now.
But easier to run from. Does only in emojis? What? So when you go to Lufenia and you see that you don't know the language, they all say Lupo Lupo.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I wonder what is Lupo Lupo translated?
My guess is Toga Toga. So Kaiten making quick work of Lich himself. He's probably maybe 2 to 3 minutes behind at this point. He's got to go get his slab translated and go visit the Toga party himself. What do you think? What do you think, Joey? Is this a insurmountable lead for jkoper, or well, he's actually going to check chests, so he's maybe not that comfortable calling go mode yet.
I was just gonna say these chests. I don't disagree with checking or not checking. It's personal preference, but it's 10 chests right there. I mean, they're a little bit, they're not too far out of the way, and a lot of the times they can have good stuff, like a pro ring. As we see, the black belt is just the mule for the party, taking up the role of the unusual thief.
Yeah, it's kind of how. Ooh, wow! A blue dragon down on the second floor. This is a rare encounter.
Yep, and this is a Kaiten.
Letting the majestic Tyros live. Good job, Kaiten. Oh wow, they couldn't run. jkoper killing off a blue dragon. He's gonna have another one to meet here in the third floor.
Yeah, I think it's like a 3 and 64 encounter in vanilla, or something like that. Maybe it's 1 and 64. I don't know the exact. I think it's 3 and 64.
Oh wow, the vampires no crack.
Well, hello, friends. And fire too. They're trolling us so hard.
I agree with jkoper here. I take this fight, though, when I can. Vampires, especially groups of them like this, give a whole lot of experience. That was 16,000 experience for 2 characters, which is nice. Of course, they don't normally know crack, so you of course couldn't know that. They killed the other vampire they saw almost immediately.
Yeah, if you're what's the word? If you're lacking in experience, this dungeon has 4 fantastic encounters to pick up for experience. The group of vampires is really good. What just happened? The fighters. What?
The black belt's just imitating the thief as much as possible. Rai the Raiju, the cube allows access to the Sky Castle where jkoper is about to go right now, so it's a required progression item.
The blue dragon with glare? I thought glare turns you into stone.
That might be Squint, or is it the other way around?
No, Squint is definitely the one that kills you. Zardia, you have missed a whole bunch of shenanigans.
So everybody, welcome to the chat room. Our tournament director, Zardia. Good evening, sir. You missed 2 bats being incredibly trolly on the 3rd floor of Earth Cave, blocking jkoper's progress. He had to he had to reset out and start over.
Jiggly saying, if the werewolves know crack and death touch in this round, we need to call the tournament director in, because they shouldn't have that. But yes, I would agree they're called screws if they have all that junk.
So Kaiten is not checking chests anymore. He is done. And so this race is about to tighten up real fast. Kaiten also had a vampire encounter that, like the one that just rocked jkoper. And of course, Kaiten got away immediately. And so, the luck has run with Kaiten throughout this entire race, and it's paying off. He's going to pull even here shortly.
Oh yeah, I'm glad he's did that fight. So yeah, so the group of sentries, the group of vampires, the eye is a good for experience here. The 2 nightmares, 1 evil men is really, really good. And then the single sentry, single guard is also really good if you're lacking EXP at this point. What is the blue dragon just glaring at everybody, I guess, killing off the fighter?
So the Medusas know heal 3, and there are 5 of them. And of course, this is already an encounter that is tough to beat, and now they're just taking up a whole bunch of time too. jkoper's rolling some awful encounters here. Oh, and the Mancat's no slow. All right, well, he can just go refresh his drink.
We'll be back, boys.
All right, everyone, we're about to get to the Warmech floor, and Warmech is shy. He only comes out when chat asks for him. So if you want to see Warmech tonight, we need to see, we need to call him out. jkoper going with the up left or up right strategy. Interesting.
I got 2 Warmechs, 1 step from each other the other day. I cried. And he knew Nuke.
And Kaiten is right behind him at this point. We might have double Bridges of Destiny here.
The poisonous Doritos. And jkoper.
Here we are. Look at that. Double Bridges.
This race, so close.
Man, look at that. Kaiten just passed him with a hero run across the Bridge of Destiny, while this is jkoper's 7th encounter on here.
And this is just the luck of the RNG
Wow.
table. That's right. Get your high fives out in chat. Kaiten said bye-bye. The poisonous nachos just not being fun. Another one! This has to be a Zardia production. And another one!
And the Red Hydras. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. 4 lit 3s. This could be bad. And another one.
I'm going to have to go back and count how many encounters this has been now. This has to be 10, I think.
This has been a lot. But no Warmechs, so confirmed this is not an Ice Blue production.
Wow. Okay, so Kaiten is our leader, everybody. Has downed Tiamat, has lit his last orb, and is ready for Temple of Fiends Revisited.
Hey, he's still got 6 steps. He could get 5 encounters at this pace. Oh, I thought he clicked on exit. I was like, what are you doing? No, don't do that.
That would be a bad choice at this point.
Zardia, we have seen 0 Tyro kit.
There's another one for jkoper. This is awful.
This is so bad. What? jkoper has to be...
he gets a prize just for getting here.
jkoper has to be the unluckiest person on the planet right now. That was like 14 encounters, and Kaiten got none. The Kaiten got 1. Shh. I hope he has Nuke.
let's not root against our poor runners here, especially jkoper. He's had about all the bad luck you can ask for in a run here. So let's see, Joey, give us a rundown of what Temple of Fiends Revisited is going to look like here. I remember the fire floor is going to be awful. What else are we scared of seeing down here?
Well, I believe we saw mud ghouls with thunder, correct?
Yep, we did.
So that floor is going to suck. We don't know what the frost wolves have, the frost dragons, or the gas dragons, or the zombie dragons. So we could be into some interesting stuff.
Yeah, and what we do know is that everything on the fire floor hates people and wants to kill them. And the vampires know crack, and they're on the air floor. So we might need to settle in. This may come down to how our players sort of approach this, and really how the RNG spools out for them at this point.
Are there regular I don't think there are regular Medusas in TOFR. There's only
there's the green ones. Mm-hmm.
The green ones, which we haven't seen yet. So they could be interesting too. I'll tell you what, man. You just want to fill up your glass of wine, and we'll just
right.
hit the nightcap too, and we'll just keep going.
Speaking of nightcap, everybody in chat, there's another race immediately following this one with Silverfire taking on Edgeworth in their round 2 matchup. And so if you've enjoyed watching, Thunder Mud Ghouls and Crack Vampires, you might get a reprise coming up right after this. We're going to reset, get a couple new racers in here, and do this all over again.
And if you want Maya to cast again, get your Bible thumps out in chat.
No, I'm gonna be in chat for the next one, but I think we've got our buddy Artea coming in to commentate the next one with you, Joey.
Whoa! I'm doing another one.
Oh, yeah, why not? You've only driven 14 hours today. What else are you doing?
The couch looks mighty comfortable tonight, my friend.
Kaiten through the first floor. jkoper's setting up for his attack run. Let's see what the Frost Giant and Frost Wolves have.
Still don't know what the Frost Wolves have.
So that was the Frost Rururus. They're done. And Kaiten's going to go down to the 3rd floor where the Gas Dragons await him, as well as the Phantom. jkoper's finishing up on his menuing, and will be joining... Oh, wow. Mages no Blizzard. Kaiten getting another hero run there. Ran all the way through almost all the way through the 3rd floor. Had one encounter and is now killing the Phantom. Warps into the past and is heading back up. And here comes jkoper.
So this is why. Whenever I run a race, I always stress when we get to this point, you always want to kind of in the back of your mind think about your encounter cycle and the RNG table, especially at the start of the game. Because like at this point we saw the early part of the encounter cycle is like super long run, fight, kind of short run, fight, and then you had that like ridiculously long run. And I think I would have personally hard powered outside of TOFR and started the encounter cycle fresh, because just having all that free run space at the early part can possibly get you to the Phantom with only like 2 or 3 encounters.
Yeah, and speaking of, look at where jkoper is now. He's made it to the Phantom, and so the other side of that, Joey, is that maybe he decided that he had that awful stretch of encounters on the Bridge of Destiny. Oh, he's gonna check a couple chests. He must be diving for ribbons at this point, which makes sense. They're pretty close by.
So the RNG table is shuffled, but that floor still has the highest encounter rate in this version of the game. So it's really bad in the Nintendo, in the vanilla version, if you're in a bad spot in the encounter cycle. But as you saw here, it can be just brutally awful. I mean, he got 14 encounters. What was it?
Yeah, it was up there somewhere. Kaiten on the earth floor. We know that the mud goals are down here and know some awful stuff. Oh wow, the green Medusas know heal 3 as well. That's odd.
I'm gonna call shenanigans on this one.
Wow.
And more green Medusas.
Oh, goodbye.
And we got glanced.
He's going to keep running without healing his fighter back up yet. jkoper not that far behind though at this point. He had a couple hero runs right here at the very beginning, and is making up ground here.
So I think what the Medusas and the Gur Medusas did were just swap skin. Because I know all the same abilities. I don't. What is the statistical probability of that? Chat, can we get an answer?
Yeah, the probability that both the regular Medusas and the green Medusas both know heal 3 has to be really high or really low. I can't see that being, that's like lottery ticket territory.
They both had glare too. Glare.
Did they both have it? No, yeah. I thought that, or was it the man cats that had glare? You know what? We'll have to look at the VOD later. Meanwhile, Lich 2 is coming, and with the bosses, there are, I believe, 2 casts of nuke and 1 cast of nuclear that are spread out amongst these bosses. And if one boss gets a hold of all of those, this seed becomes, this seed goes haywire real fast.
What you say haywire, I say fun. Now, if I was in their shoes, I'd agree with you, but, we're sitting on the fun side of the desk right now, right, so exactly. We want to see 2800 HP chaos with nuke, nuclear, and the second cast of nuke.
Ardia in chat telling us that he believes that the Medusas and green Medusas use the same AI, so that would explain why that was so weird. Thunder Agamas.
Yeah, our boys are back.
Kaiten casting caution to the wind here and not healing in between these encounters, and now he's got 4 Agamas to deal with.
All right, baby, let's go. Oh, wow. Amasia, the
hero run.
The randomizer just shuffles the skills and spells, so something can come up more than once. We've had practice runs with 5 cracks and 3 toxicses before, so I don't know how it's supposed to work. I thought it was just like a 1-for-1 swap, but it's based on how long their spell and skill lists are, and etc. etc.
Yep. For example, there's I believe it's a sandworm cast crack, but it casts it 4 times, and so there are 4 different instances of crack that can be shuffled out amongst different enemies. Carry 2 up for Kaiten. So far, I haven't seen anything too frightening from her.
Other than that face, nope. Just a 675 whack from Amy. And 537 to follow up. Ooh, what's the big guy got? We don't know.
Kaiten safely through that fire floor that we thought was going to be a challenge. Now we're over to the water floor. Waters for an unrunnable encounter here, but he hasn't found any of them yet. jkoper only one floor behind at this point, but boy is that one floor. This fire floor is not fun.
No, this fire floor stinks. And now that you know that we thought about it, the air floor is not going to be too fun either because it has the Mudgul sorcerer encounter, and we don't know what sorcerers have yet, do we?
Kraken 2 is the secret final boss of many of these seeds. If it's spun up at 140% and it starts to get a hold of your mages, watch out. They can die real fast.
Yeah, this is typically the encounter we see most caster curses occur. Because we say stuff like Kraken likes mages, and then Kraken one slaps, for 900, and then the runners hate us. Rest in pepperonis, Kraken 2.
So Kraken 2 didn't have a whole ton of HP there. It got hit with a couple shots of the Masamune and a couple spells, and that was it. Airs are not going to be too much of a concern here. But you know what, Joey? We've not seen a whole lot of really frightening spells yet, or skills, and we're running out of bosses. So Tiamat and Chaos are left.
We got to see something crazy. I mean, it's been crazy, but we need some more crazy. We need, like, back-to-back nuke, or nuke nuclear, or... we need something. What is the craziest thing you've seen in the randomizer for the TOFR?
I casted the Tiamat 2 of Doom that you ran. I was casting with Joker that evening when Tiamat 2 had all of the spells. Wow, it hit really hard there. That was a hit for 468 damage on a well-armored fighter. So Tiamat's got some oomph here. But yeah, no, I saw the Tiamat 2 of Doom that you all fought against for an hour.
Oh yeah, in the showcase race?
Exactly.
That was a fun guy. The worst, that was just the evade was terrible, but skill wise, I've seen Tiamat 2 had swirl, tornado, nuke one time.
Brutal.
I cried.
Brutal.
As we see Walt becoming a victim of the caster curse.
Yep.
Getting him slapped. Kaiten.
So Kaiten is on the final floor and has about a minute and a half lead here to work with. Maybe a little bit more to take his time with this chaos encounter. Although, Joey, okay, so what's going through your mind? You're on the bottom floor. Your opponent has not done yet. And so what are you thinking? Are your nerves shot at this point?
Oh, you're a nervous wreck at this case. You're like, all right, I've done everything I can. Nobody's won yet. And you're just praying for no nukes, no nuclears, and no cure fours.
So let's see how he plays this. He's going to go ahead and temper up that fighter that he's pocketed down at the bottom of his party. And he gets it off. So that's a huge deal. Double temper now on the fighter with the Masamune. Is able to do, only 194 damage for 3 hits.
He's got pretty high absorb. Where's the power gauntlet? Does he not have that equipped on Amy? I'd like to see 1 or 2 rounds of power gauntlet here just to help magnify the damage that he's going to do.
We'll have to see whether or not he pulls it out here. He may not have that. Trying the Bane strats. Wow.
going for that 1%er. All
Okay,
right,
so
fire 2.
let's watch
Nothing
Chaos's
special.
spells here. That's fire 2.
Only 266. Chaos has very, very high absorb.
Okay, so there's a crit. Oh wow, in whirl. Okay, and this is about to be a race. So that one critical hit got off for about 400 damage. Now you got to start really counting up the HP.
Yeah, I think he's about 1,300. No, maybe that not. Maybe 900. XXXXX. Not
Quadruple X. 5 hits for 300 damage. There's the next temper.
We went from PJ13 to XXXX real fast, guys. 504.
4 damage.
Now Amy's hitting Jim. Rip.
The Black Mage did its business, right? It got those tempers off.
Yep, I think slow 2 is the worst thing you can see here.
And Chaos still standing. Fire 3 again.
Wow, does the red mage not have the fighter not have a ribbon? Oh,
all right, and there's a terminated G. So Kaiten played it well, and takes this first match with a time of 1 hour, 56 minutes, and 30 seconds, and just a hair's breadth ahead of jkoper, who's right behind him, and he just finished off Tiamat 2 and is down on the chaos floor as well. So big congratulations to Kaiten. Joey, what do you think the difference was here?
Well, 15 encounters on the Bridge of Destiny.
Yeah, I gotta say that's definitely part of it. It was a tale of 2 sky castles, that's for sure. jkoper rolling now into his chaos battle. I'm not sure if Kaiten's going to join us for a chat or not. We'll see whether or not we can get him in here. I know that he's on the other side of the world. And maybe a little bit exhausted at this point. We'll see if we can get him in here. Oh, he's in the waiting room, so I'm going to bring him in, okay?
Listen, nobody can talk about being exhausted.
Hey, Kaiten, this is Maya. Congratulations on your win. Can you hear us?
Yeah, hang on 1 second, guys.
Well, congratulations. Boy, what did you think of your Temple revision?
Temple of Fiends was ridiculous.
Cool. So tell us about your chaos fight.
I was afraid that Q4 will go off because I saw 3 spells went off already. I was like, oh crap, what am I gonna do?
So do you want to know when you pulled into the lead?
Yes.
So we'll talk about this with jkoper, who's on chaos right now. I don't know if you can see him. He's finishing up his chaos now.
Shimmy. I was not watching the stream. I was like focused on the game.
You had a couple of hero runs. You ran across the Bridge of Destiny in Sky Castle. I think an encounter. And we're going to go back and count, but we think jkoper maybe had 12, 13, or 14 encounters on that bridge. And that was really where you pulled ahead of him. It was just, it was brutal to watch, but it was great for you. You sailed right by. DD Gaming in chat is saying that it was 10 encounters that jkoper had to your 1. So that was a big part of it. I got to tell you, my friend.
Oh man, I was afraid Warmick was gonna show up.
Well, I'll tell you that chat was praying for him to come on out.
Oh man, I was like afraid I was gonna lose that match completely after I was like losing my fighter during Revisited.
The tale of 2 runs, it was like super clear you had all of the luck in your favor. jkoper's volcano compared to yours was an absolute atrocity, and his sky cave versus yours was an absolute atrocity. It, like we were talking about how amazing it was this close just because of those two things. And his earth cave was terrible. He got trolled in the vampire hall by 2 bats and had to reset.
Oh!
I got to tell you though, Kaiten, you played super well. I got to ask you a question right at the beginning of the match. You get the crown early, and then you go to Marsh Cave and you go to visit. You killed Astos, and then you went to go see the crown, the friends in the Marsh Cave. What's your, what are you looking for? You're thinking that the seed was going to be Trolley and that it was going to be somewhere where it wasn't locked by the key?
I was hoping that Slab was in Marsh, so I would get ahead in time, but I was lucky to find a ribbon, so I was pretty happy that I went for the Marsh first.
Yeah, and that ribbon was a big pickup for you. jkoper, who he kind of pulled ahead of you at that point because he looked for he didn't go down to Marsh at all this game. But then again, he never found that second ribbon. We're seeing now jkoper is GGing Chaos himself. So congratulations to you, jkoper. We'll see if we can get him in here for a chat as well. But